The whole Shoheng Shu thing is so much bigger than I think a lot of us realize.
Hello, I'm Carl Za, your host to the Silk and Steel podcast. Yesterday, I made a video about American TikTok refugees fleeing the incoming TikTok ban that's going in place in US this coming weekend. They're joining a Chinese social media app called Xiaohongshu, aka RedNote. Many are call it the Chinese TikTok, but it's actually a rival of the ByteDance TikTok.
You think I'm going to join a Chinese app supporting the Chinese government to go against my home country, America? You'd be absolutely correct. Here is my RedNote profile. No, actually, here's my Little Red Book profile, and I don't want to hear it. I'm already hearing the mumbles about how it's taking data, it's teaching Mandarin, it's promoting communism. I don't care. If this is the game the American government wants to play, let's play it. America's beef with other countries is not my beef, and America keeps fucking me over, trying to drag me into their beef. It also isn't lost on me that AIPAC has essentially purchased, 90% of our current Congress, and that Israel is doing everything in its power to eliminate TikTok because people in Gaza were able to post in real time about what Israel was doing to them. Couple that with Mark Zuckerberg's pathetic tricks on it raw level meat writing to sway our government into supporting his anti-competitive practices, and well, look at that. American censorship and soon to be the biggest monopoly we've ever seen. Freedom. So here it is. President Xi, you call me up and tell me exactly what data you need. Meta was allowed to sell it. Why can't I?
What is different about RedNote that it is an entirely Chinese online ecosystem populated by 300 million Chinese users. This resulted in some very interesting exchange. Now, for my video, you can watch it here. What resulted was a unprecedented Sino-American cross-cultural exchange at mass scale between average Chinese and average Americans. For a lot of the Americans who are experiencing China for the first time in the cyberspace, they find the experience quite radicalizing. Take a look.
The people over at Redbook at Xiaohongshu are so nice. The way that the people have just opened up the app to us, foreigners and TikTok refugees, and just started to show us the ropes and how the app works and teaching us about their culture and China and things that we never get to see because of the giant curtain of propaganda that blocks us off from the Chinese has been so incredible to see. Truly incredible to see. Even putting aside how incredibly welcoming and kind the Chinese people on this app are, it's also mind-blowing to see how nice China is. No, they have so much cool shit there, okay? They have it's crazy. It's China is, in the advancements that they have and all the cool shit that they have, reminds me of what the US could be if we weren't a failing, crumbling empire that's resting on our laurels and the fact that we're technically still a superpower, but really we're kind of a rotting country that's completely collapsing in on itself. And all the billionaires and corporations know this, so they're trying to loot as much as they can from the treasury and then run out the back door after. And the only thing that is propping our country up at this point, aside from corporations' stock buybacks and their continued, merger with the government, is the military. Which is a very sad state of affairs, that's the biggest thing that we're exporting, our military. And by the way, I'm not saying that everything's perfect. I'm not trying to say that it's something that it's not. I will say it is very censorious, but the problem is with people getting really exercised about that is that we are guests on their platforms, so I don't demand the same lack of censorship that I demand from my own fucking country, like with TikTok. But also, even though we are all very upset about TikTok, and don't get it twisted, I am, TikTok is incredibly censorious. That's the gag about this whole thing, is that they keep talking about TikTok and China and how it's brainwashing. TikTok is like more censorious than most social media platforms here. So
Hi, TikTok refugees. I'm Leo. Welcome to RedNote.
Hi guys from TikTok. I am Ed from China. Well, I don't even know where to start.
So nice to see you all. As a native Chinese and also international influencers who can speak 5 different languages.
Hello everyone, I'm Go Yuan. Kaiko. I have heard that many Americans come to Redbook recently. I'd like to say welcome to you all. You can experience the culture and the calm of China. Besides, you can also get to know a very excellent blogger. Thank you. Finally, if you have some question in Redbook, you can ask me.
dinner at 7-Eleven, I feel seen. We're really not that different.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shanghai. Step into China's world of advanced transportation and stunning architecture. Join me as we explore Shanghai's vibrant cityscape under the human lights.
And our government is trying to push Dubai on us. Like, fuck out of here. I cannot tell you how many Luigi edits that they have on this app, which is so amazing. Because they have been cracking down so hard on us here in the US when we try to talk about Luigi. And like to see that all of these people on Redbook or RedNote are sharing it is like, feels like they're doing it for us. Like they're spreading the word for us, you know? But wait till I show you this. It's going to seriously blow your mind. You guys, you need to see their cars. This is crazy. What? Like, have you ever been to Port Authority? Like, if this is what the Chinese are used to dealing with, like, for their transport, those really, really nice places, they're gonna, like, I'm sure that when you guys have come to the States, you're terrified. Because, like, go to Port Authority. It's a fucking dump. You will regularly see people... I probably can't say this on here, but that's the point. And so I'm learning that this is the reason why they've propagandized us against the Chinese for so long. Think about it. Think about what you see about China in any American media, okay? It's usually horrible, negative, like they, remember during COVID, they were showing all these like wet markets and being like, oh man, the Chinese, they're really like dirty and like they eat weird animals and they're really scared. Like, it just makes so much sense. Like, yes, no wonder they're doing all that propaganda. They don't want us looking at China. They don't want us being friends with the Chinese because they want war with China. So it is in their interest to keep us in the dark about who the Chinese are. But also, they don't want us seeing how nice their shit is, like how nice their country is. Because then we're going to be like, wait, what? Why is ours like this? And the one you're telling us to fear be like that.
Now, these interactions are just simply amazing. This reminds me of the first contact when China and United States first normalized their relationship after 1979.
I'm having a bit of a moment, and I just want to show you guys something. That's me having a conversation with someone in China in Chinese. They said, hello, welcome, what are you drinking? Ooh, I don't know why I'm being so emotional. And then I said back, hello, thank you, I'm drinking ice water from an old jar. Listen, I know the technology to do this has been around for a while, but I'm not a sophisticated person. I'm not college educated. But this was not on my bingo card for 2025. This was not on my bingo card. Okay, hang on. Let me just fucking wipe my... Just after so long feeling like I've wanted to exist in any other time than this, suddenly it's a wonderful time to be alive. In that moment, it's a wonderful time to be alive. So I just wanted to share that.
The whole Shoheng thing is so much bigger than I think a lot of us realize. This is a historic moment that does not happen often. The citizens of two rivaling countries are coming together in solidarity and sharing culture with each other. This is a beautiful moment in human history. And unlike all of the historical events we as millennials and Gen Z have lived through, this one is actually a good one.
I was one of less than 200 American students studying in China in 2022, so let's talk about the current TikTok ban. Almost everyone I knew feared for my safety before I went to China. Everyone was expecting that I would come back with one of the worst experiences to tell people. People were like scared for me to go. I came back and I had been to China one time before then. I went to Beijing. This time I was living close to Shanghai. Everyone expected me to come back telling horror stories about my time there. And they were shocked to know that I had the best time. I had the best time. Not only that, I was in shock by everything I saw there. Everything. Technology is so much more advanced than the US. Literally everything is so much more advanced than the US. They are the best country in the world right now because they're doing more with less. We're doing less with more. My 2 years there, I felt so safe. I could walk out at 2 a.m. and feel completely safe, and I wouldn't have any issues. I really wouldn't have any issues. Nobody robs people there. I swear. It's so safe. It's so safe. And the way that they manage such a large population, safety should be our utmost priority. I'm sorry, keeping our citizens safe, it should be of the utmost priority. Healthcare system there, amazing. I could literally make an appointment and go to whatever specialist I want the next day. It's just so amazing. It's so amazing. I could make the appointment on an app on my phone without having to talk to anyone, without any of that bullshit. Just so amazing. And then you go to the hospital, you can pick up your prescription in the hospital that you had your appointment. They will literally do all of the medical checkups for you in the hospital the same day. They had hospitals for foreigners, like non-Chinese, like they would speak English with you. I swear, everything was better. Everything. China is all connected. Every single city is connected by high-speed rail. Every single city. Every single city. Don't even get me started on the electric cars. Like, you guys have seen the videos. Y'all have seen the videos. Now, let me tell you, what you're seeing is not even close to what I actually saw in real life, because what they have there is just insane. This is a watch that I bought from China for literally like $50. The battery life lasts for a week. I took this to Costa Rica on the 11th. Now it's December 18th. Battery life lasted me for an entire week. It's at 42% right now. And just like, look at how cute it is. Like, I swear to God, bro, they have so many amazing features. Also, this watch all of it is in English, by the way. So like, I didn't use it today, so I don't have anything with it. But like, yeah, look, like it's all in English. I changed the language. Look, like it's just so amazing. The worst thing is that literally everything that I could buy in China as a consumer was just such high quality stuff, such insanely high quality stuff. And I know people are going to be like, well, everything is made in China and the US anyway. Yeah, but they're choosing the cheapest stuff. The companies are bringing in the cheapest stuff that they can get. They don't care about quality. They don't care. I just know that if the Chinese electric cars were not banned in the US, they would take over the US automotive industry. Sorry, my dog. That's why they want to ban anything Chinese in the US. It doesn't fucking matter. They're starting it. They're starting to ban everything because they want to keep you guys uninformed. They want you to not know what's going on there. They want you to not know the truth because everything they tell you about China, literally everything they tell you about China is a lie. Everything. Everything. Now, obviously, I had a different experience as a foreigner there than locals do. I can't speak for the locals. I did have a lot of friends who were locals, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of them haven't been to the US. They just know what the US is like based on what they see in the media, which we know is not really true. They're watching these like movies and all this Hollywood shit that is not an accurate depiction of real life in the US. They just never want to paint China in a positive light, which is really sad because it's such a beautiful country. The people there are amazing. Everyone there is very nice and very hospitable. If you ever have the chance to travel anywhere, I would recommend it. You would have an amazing time. And you would see that it's not what they tell you it is. It's really not. If anything, you would go there and you would feel angry at our government for not doing the things that they're supposed to do for us. In China, the majority of cars are also electric cars. To the people who say that China doesn't try to do anything about the environmental issues. Also in China, they don't use our version of TikTok. They don't even use our version of TikTok.
Some of these interactions are darn right hilarious. Check this out.
Like everybody else, I downloaded Zhao Hongshu, RedNote, Red Book, whatever it's called, the Communist Manifesto, and I'm very upset. I am not having the same experience that everybody else is. I download it thinking I'm about to see like Chinese Pinterest, I'm going to see all my American friends on TikTok. Tell me why, when I post one photo of myself, completely innocent, me standing in a telephone box in London, there's some nice photos, I put that up, and then instantly this happens. Photo gets hundreds of likes, which I'm excited about initially, but then my comment section is just full of gay Chinese men trying to have sex with me, and they're all over my profile, and because the UI is in Chinese, which I don't speak or read, I can't change my privacy settings, so I'm getting inundated with messages like this. Are you single? Hey, I'm Dexter, currently living in Shanghai. Hello. I don't know what these names are, but they're all hitting on me. I know it. Then all the other photos I put up on this app start to go nuts. I put up this photo of me swimming and it gets worse. I don't know what this guy's saying. I can't imagine it's very wholesome, but then this one is the worst one. Can you top me? I'm on prep. Dude, I started posting selfies. I'm getting invited to no loads refused parties. This is not what I want. How's this? I just checked my following. I think it was at 300 this morning. Now I'm at 1,500 and I checked who's following me. It's just gay Chinese motherfuckers. So look, I may be having a very different experience to most other people on Zhao Hongshu, but at least I'm being welcomed by the gay Chinese community. It is good to be there. Someone tell me how to change my DM settings. Some of the stuff in there is horrific.
What he did is to destroy decade-old Cold War propaganda that's being pushed down by American government on its people. I really hope this trend continues, and I hope this bond that's been building, this bridge that's been built across cyberspace will sustain us through the rest of the century and blossoming into beautiful China-American friendship. I'm Carl Zha, your host to the Silk and Steel podcast.